Hello, Arrowwood Eagle third graders. Welcome back to another week of online learning. It is now week 3. Look how far you guys have come already. Very impressive. Now you know how it works, right? So this week for our writing lesson, we are going to be talking about focus. I want you to think about this alike to a pebble. Have you ever seen a pebble before? It's like a small little rock. You can look at a pebble and it's something you can really focus on. You can see the details of it because you can put it in the palm of your hand. Now on the opposite end, what if I showed you a mountain? A mountain is huge. It's really, really big, and it might be hard to see all the details of a mountain because there's so much to it. That's like to our stories that we write. When we begin writing as writers, we want to focus on small moments so that our reader can be able to see exactly what we want them to see. This is called writing about a pebble, which is what we're going to do today. We're going to be focusing on a specific small moment and not a whole idea or a whole big topic, just a small little moment, like a pebble in comparison to a mountain. What we're going to do to try out this idea is I want you to think about something we do outside sometimes. Some of you may have tried it, some of you may have not, but a lot of people in Michigan start camping once the spring and the summer start coming around. Spending time outside is really important, and we want to try to be able to do that during this time. As teachers, we were thinking about, what if we took a small moment from a camping trip and wrote about that small moment? I'm going to show you guys an example on my computer about how you would do this in your own writing. So here we go. Let's get started. Okay, third graders. So as you can see on my page here, and like to yours, hopefully, you are seeing this important versus interest focus page. And on it, it gives you your directions for what you're going to do. I'm going to slide down to the bottom to show you what you're going to do and kind of explain it as we go along. So down here, it says my name and the activity I have chosen. So my name's Ms. Lang. And I'm going to make a list of different ideas first before I choose mine. So ideas, if you need help because you haven't been on a camping trip before, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go up here to the top where it says short story ideas, and there are 3 different stories that you can choose from. Pete the Cat Goes Camping, Clifford Camping Out, and Curious George Goes Camping. Each of these stories are super quick and simple, and they give you good ideas about things you do for camping. Underneath is an activities list that myself and some of the other teachers were able to come up with for camping things that you might do. I'm going to look at my list, and then I'm also going to think back. I've been camping a whole entire 2 times in my life, so I'm going to choose from 2 of those ideas. Some things that I liked when I went camping was we went on a nature walk, which is kind of fun, and we roasted marshmallows, which was fun, and we slept in a tent, which was an interesting experience. I'm going to take a second and I'm going to think about each of my ideas really deeply in my head and decide which one I think I can make the most interesting. We're going to think back to our lesson from week 1 about our 5 senses, which is our taste, touch, seeing, hearing, and smell. Pointing to all the wrong things there, but that's okay. But we're going to think about those 5 senses and how we can incorporate them into our writing for this, because we want to add a lot of detail to our small pebble moment. So I'm going to take a second to think. Okay, so I took a second to think, and I decided to choose my nature walk. I know that when I took that trip, I was in college, and I had a really interesting moment where I had accidentally partly got my foot caught in a pond, so I thought that that might be a fun, silly story to tell. I'm going to think and start writing down some details about it, and I'm going to think about my 5 senses while I start writing. So I'm going to show you it in a moment. It's going to pop up on your screen, and I want you to see what I have written, okay? Okay, and we're back. So I went through, after thinking in my head, I wrote down exactly what I had remembered from my memory. I'm going to read it to you guys, and I want you to just listen for where I used details to really describe what is happening in my mind for my reader, and also where I used my 5 senses while I was doing my thinking, okay? So running down the boardwalk to meet Lindsay, we stopped at a blue pond of water. Tall green weeds grew from the ground, and there was a log near the edge of the pond. I watched my fellow campers walk across the brown log to safety on the other side of the pond. "Hey, I'm going to try it," I yelled back to Lindsay. With a determined stride, I began to walk on the moss-covered log. I could smell the fresh water and feel the sun on my face. Crack! My foot slipped through the log. It felt cold and gross. Quickly, I pulled my foot out, only to find my purple and white bands to be covered in thick brown mud and water. I ran to the other side of the log as quickly as I could, taking my shoe off as soon as I landed on the dusty path. So when I went through, I took some time so that you guys can see. I highlighted some of my different times where I used my five senses. We want to be able to use those things so that your reader can really see what your memory is or what your imagination is making up. I want you to notice also that, did I talk about my entire camping trip? No. I focused in on my Pebble, on my nature walk, this one little moment to talk about so that I can really, really be detailed. That's what you want to do too as you're doing your writing. So today, while you're writing, look back at this example if you need to. I want you to pick a pebble, a small story about camping, whether it's from your life or you can use your imagination and make up something. You're going to write a paragraph, which is at least 5 sentences, detailed, smart, using your 5 senses, good sentences. And you're going to write this and then send it to your teacher once you're done. You can write more than 5 if you would like to. I did 10 for mine. Helps give you an even better story the more you're able to write. So I wish you luck. You guys will do great. And good luck this week. I'll see you guys later. Bye.